Hello, Bubblefish. Hi. I'm making pocket stickers today. So I already did most of the measurements, so I'm going to be expanding this thing to cover most of the screen so that it's more visible. Hello, Cassie. Hi. I hand minced chicken for this. I have a blister on my hand now. But it's worth it because chicken thighs are so much better than the pre-ground stuff you get. This thing's going to give me my video so that I can look at the chat on my tablet. How's everyone doing today? And I've got the flowers for the different wrappers measured out already. But it's odd to call me Bubblefish instead of Evie. I mean, you have a different name on every social media platform, so I'm not shocked. Also, I put this thing on inside out. You know, I don't care. It's all black. It doesn't matter. No one can tell. It's fine. We're fine. This is fine. I'm fine. Now, if only my thing would give me my chat. I want to see chat on my tablet. Y'all, my tablet's being mean to me. It's fine. Okay, where's the big bowl? Ah, there's the big bowl. All right. So, I've already measured everything out, so I'm going to expand this thing to make it cover the screen so y'all can see it. You're the only one to know what I sound like in our server. I feel so blessed. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and expand the corner screen so that y'all can, oh, too much. That'll do. Perfect. Whee! And I'm just gonna keep tapping on that. All right, so this is pretty straightforward once you've got all the ingredients. You're gonna go ahead and take your minced meat. In this case, I'm using chicken thighs. Typically, this recipe, I believe, is made with pork, but I don't eat the pork. Yes. Bloop. Wonderful. Put that aside. And then this is shredded cabbage. Green onions. Minced garlic. Did I use more than the recipe called for? Absolutely. This is ginger. I peeled it and grated it. This is a little bit of black pepper, or white pepper. I prefer white pepper to black pepper. I think it has a better taste. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of hoisin sauce. Don't mind me, I'm just over here making a mess. Hang on, I gotta get the rag. Stay. No. Remember, every mess you clean up while you're cooking is a mess you don't have to clean up later. I think it's time to get more hoisin sauce soon. All right. Little bit of soy sauce, or in our case, we're using tamari because it's gluten-free. So we're not going to accidentally poison the child. Little bit of toasted sesame oil. Now remember, sesame oil is not a cooking oil like other oils. It's meant to flavor. So it's sort of like truffle oil. You don't want to drown your dishes in it. Mwahaha. Right, and that's pretty much it. Then you mix it all together. Now you can add other vegetables or flavorings or cheese if you want. Cheese isn't like standard traditional, but it's your dumpling. Add what you want. I've made one that was cabbage and cheese and chicken. There we go. There's our dumpling mix. See? Let's mix it a little more. There we go. Now we wash our paws. Oh, hi, baby. Welcome in. We're making pot stickers today. I'm just washing my hands because I was touching raw chicken. Let's see. Chicken in sesame oil. Besides expensive. No, it would not work very well because I'm not sure what the smoke point is, but I do know it would be severely overpowering. All right, I'm going to heat up a little water in my tea kettle. I want water to be about 120 degrees for our dumplings. So we're going to use the electric tea kettle, which is over here. And I'm going to keep my peepers on it to make sure it doesn't get too hot. All right, so we want it to be 120 degrees. We're going to start with the gluten-free one. So we're going to move this out of the way. I'm going to attempt to open chat on my tablet again. One day I will succeed. Open, please. Open sesame. It says nothing. One day. Let's see. The first time I tried to make churros, the only oil in my apartment was olive oil. Mistakes were made. Yeah, I have a relatively strong preference for when it comes to deep frying. I use canola oil, mostly because not a lot of people are like allergic to it. Because yeah, peanut oil is great for frying, but too many people are allergic to peanuts in my opinion. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna need, let's see, we're working with the gluten-free one first. And as usual, I wrote down my recipes. Let's see, 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon warm water. Okay. You know what? Let's get the measuring cup out and see how it goes. All right, our water is hot enough. So we're going to place our measuring cup onto... Oh, it's got a little oil on the outside. Okay, I was like, what happened there? Onto our scale before we turn our scale on, so it doesn't register that the measuring cup is actually there and doesn't take that into account. Because this is also supposed to be a specific weight. Most of this recipe was in grams. Perfect. Then this part's pretty easy. So this flour mixture here for the gluten-free dumplings is a mixture of chickpea flour and tapioca flour and xanthan gum and sweet rice flour. So we're going to see how this turns out because this is my first time using this particular recipe. So what we're going to do is we're going to put most of the water in here. I'm going to use a pair of chopsticks to mix it up. Go. Hey! Hi, Plush! Yes, I made it to YouTube. I'm still trying to get my tablet to show my chat, so I have to keep going back over to the laptop to check right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix that water that we warmed to about 120 degrees, and we're going to mix it in here until a shaggy dough forms. Now remember, we're starting with the gluten-free flour so that we can make them without cross-contaminating the pot stickers. How you doing, Blush? Greetings and salivations. Go. All right. Go. Cleaning as we go. We're cleaning as we go. All right. And now we just squish it. So it's going to be a little tough at first, but it will start to saturate a little bit more as it absorbs the liquid and soften up. Oh, and xanthan gum. There's xanthan gum in here to hold it together. I think we could use a little more water. Plush is vertical and not crying. Oh, hey. I see, I see. Nothing like a little potato prep. Add a little more water into this. I want it to be soft. Yeah. Now, I could have done this in the stand mixer. I probably should have done this in the stand mixer, but I'm already committed, so. There we go, it's starting to come together. See, my family got 3 10-pound bags for free. Ooh, nice. I always love a good potato. So 30 pounds of potato. I think I've only had that in my own kitchen like once. Right. Put this aside. Now we're going to gently knead it on this until it's a little less tacky. Let's see. Okay. I have a bunch of potatoes that need processing as well. Starting to look a little sad. All right, I'm going to put this back in the bowl and cover it up again and let it rest for a little bit while I work on the other dough. Want to make sure to keep it covered so it doesn't dry out. And what that's going to do is it's going to help the various flours in there saturate. Wash my paws so that the flour is properly hydrated. Ooh, hot things are hot. So what's everybody's favorite type of dumplings? You might make fries. Ooh, I love fries. There we go. All right. We try again. Open sesame. Open. Open. I'm trying to get chat on my tablet. Let's see. It's my job to make them last long enough by making some freezer items. I mean, yeah. My freezer items for potatoes are usually like croquettes. Alrighty, and then alrighty. For this one, we're gonna need. Alrighty. More warm water. $175 grams. Perfect. I love soup dumplings. I want to make soup dumplings, but unfortunately today we're not making soup dumplings because I didn't have enough of the what do you call it? Bones and wingtips and stuff to make the bone broth gelatin that you need to make soup dumplings, proper soup dumplings. Not all recipes for dumpling wrappers call for oil, but I prefer to add a little bit in. I think it makes the texture better. You can add a little bit more oil, I think. Wouldn't hurt. Right, now we clean up our chopsticks. Choo 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 choo. All right. Now we do the same as with the other one. Inhaled a little bit of my coffee. Try not to joke to death live on stream. That would not go well. And yes, I'm kneading this in the bowl just so I don't have to put this down on the counter. I think I could use a little more flour though. Little bit of flour in my life. It's a little too tacky, so we want it to be smooth but not too sticky. So I'm adding just a little bit more flour into the bowl. You can go over there. Why did they make it so hard to look at your own chat? I think this is the only thing I don't like about YouTube is the chat is impossible to pull up on my tablet. Go. There we go. Boop. Gonna set that aside. And then we're gonna wash our paws again. I'm carefully cleaning under my nails because I forgot to trim them off before stream, and I want to make sure I get the gluten out of my nail beds. There we go. All right. Why is it like this? Why can't I watch the video? Oh, fine, be like that. We go. It's fine. We're fine. This is fine. All right. Let's go ahead and start preparing the gluten-free dumplings. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start weighing out little balls of dough for the gluten-free dumplings before we move on to the regular one. So here's our gluten-free dough. Hang on one second. These aren't pushed back appropriately. Go. There we go. Making a little more room on the counter. So I've prepared these pans with a little bit of wax paper in the bottom. Shiny side up, y'all. Go. So that the dumplings don't stick to the pan while they're being stored. Where's my bench scraper? No. Right, we're gonna cut this into pieces and work with it a couple pieces at a time so it doesn't dry out. If it does start to dry out, you can mist it with a little bit of water, just a sprinkle. But it should be about the consistency of Play-Doh. Let's see, I need my little rolling pin and a cup to use as a cookie cutter. That'll do. All right, so these need to be about, I wrote this down, I think it's 15 grams each. Yep, 15 grams each. Do the thing. There you go. All right, let's see how much that weighs. Oh, that's way too much. Perfect. That'll do. My main goal is to just keep it under 20 grams, really. Well, that dumpling's dead to me. Go down there. You are a sacrifice to the kitchen gods. A little bit more on that one. Perfect, perfect. Take a tiny pinch off of one of these. Perfect. All right, we'll start with these. Oh, sounds like my husband's supposed to be awake now. Alrighty, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll these into little balls. Little bit of dumplings in my life, making me some Potstickers make all night. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the little balls that I've divided back into the bowl with their friends and work with these one at a time so that they don't dry out. Because gluten-free dough dries out really fast. So now that I have that, I'm going to gently roll this out. Get a little tapioca flour to flour the board with. Let's see, chickpea flour, tapioca flour. This is the stuff they make boba out of. So the thing that's holding this together ultimately is a food product known as xanthan gum. And that's what making it so that it doesn't crack and fall apart. Are you okay? No. And we'll just go ahead and remove that. Yay, first tumbling wrapper. This is actually holding up really well for a gluten-free product. I'm very pleased with this recipe. Look at that. It actually looks like dough. Let's get a little dish of water. And we need a scooper. That'll do. All right, so you take your dumpling wrapper, put a little water around one edge. This is going to help it stay closed and stick. And then you're going to take about a tablespoon of the filling. Go. Let's do a little less than that. Might be a bit too much for this one. It doesn't stretch. The other dumpling wrappers will stretch, so I'm less concerned about them. It's fighting me. Now there are some fancy pleats, but I don't really want to try and do those on the gluten-free ones just yet because they're very fragile. This one didn't quite seal up all the way. More water. There we go. All right, not bad for my first one of the day. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just put them there on this little sheet and move on to the next one. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's use the chopsticks for this part. Are there? It just got free lumber. Hey, free is good. A little more dumpling than that. See if I remember how to do this pleat. The lady who showed me this made it look so easy. There we go. Not perfect, but it'll do. There. I made a dumpling-shaped dumpling. Good enough. I like that shape. We'll do that one. I think I could roll that out a little thinner. Now, if I knew where the round cookie cutters were, this would be much easier, because then I could just be like... But we work with what we got, you know? No. So I'm making just enough of the gluten-free dumplings right now for Baby Bat's dinner, and I will make the rest later on tonight and freeze them in the big freezer outside so Baby Bat can have them whenever they want. Of course, I will have to remind them that the dumplings are there so that they actually eat them. It's fine. I think they'll actually survive in the fridge for 2 or 3 days, so I could probably steam them all tonight. Freezer space is prime real estate. And the freezer out here is already struggling, and I don't want to put more strain on it, so... That go in another dumpling. Trying to get a chunk that's not too big for this one. Almost done with the gluten-free ones. And then we can move on to the regular ones, which roll out much, much easier. Fancy cup. Oh, hi! Hello, baby bat. Are you excited for your dumplings? Very excited. Literally made a new account to 7 watch because mine won't let me. This dumpling's gonna be lopsided and I don't like it. There we go. Much better. Yeah. Only the finest of dumplings for baby bat, and by finest I mean my very best work. Which I can't guarantee is very good, but I'm doing the best I can. And then baby bat, if because there's going to be leftover dough for your dumplings, if you want to come down later and help me process some so that we can have some in the fridge for you. Then you'll have dumplings for days. Go. Funky chicken off the floor. I don't care if it looks weird. I care. You know what would be really cool is if I had like a tiny tortilla press for these. You know, that might make these faster. I need to go get a tortilla press. That would be amazing. making dumpling wrappers. See if I can remember how that lady did it. She did it like so fast. Two more little balls over here. Is Alice that good? Now I'm hungry. Thank you for the compliment, baby bat. Wait. It smells good because I can smell the fresh ginger and the soy sauce and everything in this. Here we go. Little bit of dumplings, and I really like how this gluten-free dough is turning out. This is much better than my last attempt at a gluten-free dumpling. Like the last one did not do this well. I think it might be the combination of tapioca flour and xanthan gum. Because, like, look how thin I can roll this. I can't normally get gluten-free dumplings this thin. So I'm very pleased with how this turned out. Here, get that stretch. You know, you know. Almost ready. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Squish. Squish, 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 squish. The first one I made looks like a little dinosaur. Right, now this last one, we're just gonna add a little bit of water to it. The great thing is because there's no gluten in this, it's really hard to overwork this dough. Not impossible, but really difficult to do.
What if it bumped that control by accident? You'd be mincemeat by now. What have I told you? All right, I guess I wasn't thinking. You weren't thinking? You mean you'll work on engines and machinery and not think of your own personal safety? Here, shake hands with danger.
Do, do, do. Let's see. All right, baby bat, do you think that'll be good to start with 10 dumplings? All right, we'll get started with that, and I will make more dumplings for baby bat later on tonight. These ones, not as difficult.
What if it bumped that control by accident? You'd be mincemeat by now. What have I told you? All right, I guess I wasn't thinking. You weren't thinking? You mean you'll work on engines and machinery and not think of your own personal safety? Here, shake hands with danger.
Alrighty, now for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and keep using the tapioca flour because it's already on the board and the world won't end. And it'll help prevent them from sticking. Go. All right, this part's pretty easy. We're just gonna roll it into a little tube, like its friends. Turn that on and repeat the process. That'll do.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the
four elements needed in every timepiece: a source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control the power.
Perfect. Just going to gently get this out of the way and start our next tray. Now these ones are stretchy, so I can actually do fun things with them. Let's get a little more water in here. These ones I'm not as concerned about them being perfectly round because they can stretch.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece.
I got water on the outside part. Little bit of dumplings in my life. Are they perfect? No. Will they taste fine? Yes. Now you might notice I'm being a lot less gentle with these ones, and that's because they have gluten in them, so they are a lot less fragile than the other ones were. The other ones were like making a dumpling wrapper out of Play-Doh. So you have to be a lot more gentle with them. Oh, this one's just being fussy. Yeah, good enough. It don't need to be perfect.
More than 70 million people in the United States go to the movies each week. To get away from their cares and to find entertainment, romance, and thrills on the magic screen. On the magic screen.
Well, hi. It is. I love it. Like, it is so curly.
More than 70 million
I have major hair envy right now.
movies each week. To get away from their cares,
Being fabulous.
romance, and thrills on the magic screen.
Luminous. Are you having fun?
Yes, I am. They're a little lopsided. I don't care. It's like they're going to be nommed on. I'm able to go faster with the regular full gluten ones than the gluten-free ones because the gluten-free ones were fragile.
I need
Oh, a gluten-free wrapper with psyllium husk. Well, the one I used today had more resilience than any other gluten-free wrapper I've tried. No, this is the regular ones. The gluten-free ones are over there, awaiting the baby bat. I'm going to steam it up in a minute and just want to get some of these done. My wrapper.
No, do it, Patty.
I accidentally murdered it. Yep. No wrapper left behind. You didn't give him immediate attentions. In proper cat style, he's going to be offended. Went to get the other human, maybe? I'm really annoyed because I haven't been able to get the chat up properly on my tablet because I think it's the only thing I don't like better about YouTube. Let's see, Bubbles says pot stickers go here. I mean, I can try and shove one through the screen if you want. Oh, I'm fully aware. It's really hard to tell on screen. Hi, baby bat. Are 10 pot stickers good to start with? Okay.
Yeah.
I have more dough, so I can make some more later to cook and then put in the fridge so you can just have them when you want them. No, that's a lot. Huh? Yeah. Well, this one's just being fussy. Yeah. It's fine. We're fine. This is fine. Okay, this dumpling's gonna look wonky no matter what I do. No. No. Come on, don't be like that. This dough is fighting me. I might have rolled these too thin. Which I didn't know was a possibility, but apparently it is. It's great. You're just going to be a shumai. Yeah, that's what we're going to do for these ones. I made these a little too thin. So we're going to do them up like little, what do you call it? Like a little bow. The thing in there. Is it perfect? No. But it's fine. We're fine. This is fine. Alrighty, so I rolled these a little too thin, but that's fine. They can be little round dumplings. Cooking doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be edible. Hello. Disconnected? Reconnected. Aha! Go. Alright, so we're gonna make these little round pot stickers. So they're not really pot stickers anymore. I'm not sure what this is called technically. All I know is that I made the wrappers a little thin. I'm just gonna, yeah. Yeah, I accidentally made these way too thin. It's fine, we're fine, this is fine. I wonder if I can roll this back out. Oh, there we go. Good enough. We'll go with that. The dough's handled so differently. But good thing the dough is soft enough that I can just kind of rework it. Is it perfect? No. Will it do? Yes. I think I breathed in a little tapioca flour. I've come to the conclusion breathing in flour is bad for you.
Let me show you something.
That one's decent. Get in there. Oh. Dum. Alrighty. I think we'll have enough to cook a few now, as soon as I finish these ones. So I have two frying pans I'm going to use, one for the gluten-free dumplings and one for the full gluten dumplings. Oh. This is really weird not being able to look and see if chat's doing anything.
Let me show you something.
Jimin. My hands are not working today.
Hey, you guys want to hear something? That depends on what it is.
All right, I think we have enough to start with the frying pan. Then I can go back and finish putting together the rest of them after I'm done streaming. Back in there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move the camera over to the stove so it's visible over there, and we'll get out our frying pans. No. Oh yeah, that's why I have a second table. I didn't get out my second folding table earlier because I was like, what do I actually use that for? Oh yeah, moving the camera. All right, I'm going to be moving the counter camera, this one here, over to the stove. So if you get motion sick, now is a good time to look away in 3, 2, 1. And we're moving. Go. All right, so I've got 2 frying pans here. Give me a second and I'm going to go ahead and wash my paws again. Now what I've got right there is my pans are heating up, and then we're going to put oil in them and start preparing them to receive their dumplings. Now we're going to pan fry these like little pot stickers. So they're going to get oil, and then we're going to put the dumplings on top. Let them crisp up on the bottom, put a little water into them, and then put lids on them, let them steam for a few minutes. And then once they've steamed, we can go ahead and serve them. Oh yeah, I gotta get Revenant his coffee because he can't wake up on his own. Where's my coffee pot? There it is. Little bit of coffee for my husband. So what we're waiting for is for the pans to heat up. Go. Let's see. I know it's only 10 p.m. EST, but I am physically and mentally exhausted, so I'll be hopping out. No worries. You should be getting some sleep. I know how late you typically stay up. Go forth and rest. All right. Y'all keep an eye on my frying pans, and I'm gonna go wake my husband up. From outer space. Bail! Alrighty. Put the gluten-free dough over here with the gluten-free dumplings. Nice and hot. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit of oil in the bottom of each pan. This is just regular canola oil, nothing fancy. There. Alrighty, these seem hot. So we're just gonna go ahead, take our dumplings, put them in the pan.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan. Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
Go. I'm gonna let those sizzle. I've got 2 different shapes for this pan, so we're gonna try them all. These are the ones that we accidentally made a little too thin. So we're just gonna put them in there and call it good. Remember, unless you straight up burn down your kitchen, any mistake is a learning opportunity.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
There, now we let those get crispy on the bottom. Bum, bum. Ba-da-bum-bum. Bum, bum, bum. Turn this up a little bit more. do 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 do. Bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum, bum. All right, now we're going to add a little bit of water to this. And then we're going to cover it. We'll do the same with our little friends over here. And now we wait. Metal lids get very hot. Hot things are hot. But that's what oven mitts are for. Well, it certainly smells good. I think it's cooked. Ooh, good and crispy on that side. I think these ones turned out a little chewier than intended. It's fine, we're fine, this is fine. Alright, give me a second, chat. I gotta get in here and get a plate. Ow. Alright, yep. I think these are done. Baby bat! Alrighty, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. Let me know how they turn out, because that's the first time I'm using that recipe for the dumpling wrappers. Yeah, these ones stuck more than the other ones did. Well, the bottoms are crispy. Oh no, it's not coming off. It's been something that's been baked on top of the non-stick. It's only non-stick to a certain point. Alright, now we pry these little guys off the pan and hope for the best. There we go. Alrighty. Oh. I found a little purple hair. Gee, I wonder what person in the house has purple hair. It was exceptionally fine, too. Come here. There we go. All right. We're going to go ahead and give these a taste test. And then head out for the day while I cook the rest of them. Alrighty, so these ones are the ordinary ones. They're very crispy on the backside, like it's hard to see, but nice and crispy. Let's see if I can get the sound. Yeah. And then you'll dip them in things like, well, there's different dumpling dipping sauces, or just soy sauce if you like that. It does crunch nicely. So, you okay, kiddo? Huh? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I could use more salt. I think more soy sauce next time, but other than that, good. What do you think, baby bat? Baby bat. What do you think? Wonderful. How's the wrapper on the gluten-free one? Texture okay? That's what I'm mostly interested in. Wonderful. Alrighty, so I think that'll be it for today. I'm still figuring out the whole formatting for a YouTube thing. This is all very confusing. Anyway, everybody have a good night, sweet dreams, happy snacking, and may the odds be ever in your flavor.